There is no actual crisis. It's a manufactured crisis. So in today's society, especially in India, that's what you will see. So you're up already from here, and now whatever you're participating in and putting your attention into, that is you up even more, which overall leads to a less productive society. My sexual strategy, if I had to have one today, would be to stay away from the hottest girls on the planet. It is not just that at 16, 17, you want to be a rebel and all of a sudden you are a climate activist on Instagram or Twitter. It's not just claim to an identity just because you are nothing, but you can't face it. You are so deluded and ego based in your youth. Everyone is that it's not just a claim to an identity so that I'm somebody today. It's not just that. It's also a sexual strategy because taking these kind of alternative rebellious roots which are being programmed into them that this is the new pop culture, this is the right way. All right, what this does is that it in some way brings you into discussion and conversations of people, because then what do? All of a sudden, as a girl, they've got a buzz cut, no hair, and it's dyed pink. Obviously people will talk. Whether you're looking a joker or you're looking sexy, people will talk because you're a major anomaly. So as soon as you've done that, sexually you increase your chances. So a lot of people do all of this because actually it's a sexual strategy and a sexual resource, but it's very tough to explain to people all of this unless they're open to hearing, about all of this. For example, like you guys would know, I have spoken about, when I was the head boy in my school
हाँ
through my video.
एक चीज है, is this an identity crisis? That's all. मतलब root problem is identity crisis, I think, इस इन सब चीजों के लिए.
There is no crisis. No. There is no crisis. There is no crisis. There is no actual crisis. It's a manufactured crisis.
Manufactured crisis, yeah. Manufactured ones.
Yeah. And it's a manufactured crisis how? Today, technically, we think we are a developed society, all right? We are not tribals, all right?
Right.
But we still have the monkey brain. So now what has happened is we think we are in a developed society. So access to food and nutrition, which is important for survival, access to shelter, all of this is much more easier. And for most of us, our parents have worked harder or have succeeded more than their parents in order to give their children a better life. So in today's society, especially in India, that's what you will see. Okay? So now I'm 15 years old, whether I'm a guy or a girl, and I don't have shit to do because I'm getting everything.
Mm-hmm.
School, college studies, I'm not interested in. Money, I don't earn myself, but I leech off my parents as much as possible, to the point where women and men, both like boys and girls, they lie, they steal from home, they do a lot of things.
Okay.
So, on one hand, what is important for life, the basics, that you're getting straight away. But then on the other hand, you've got so much of free time and you've got technology. So now what do? So now you get exposed to who the people selling that technology want you to be exposed to in order to lead your thinking in a particular way. So you're up already from here, and now whatever you're participating in and putting your attention into, that is you up even more.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So normally what happens is that now this is what happens in our 20s, that whatever we have thought in our early 20s, it normally changes quite a bit by our late 20s. Because in that much of a time frame in India, that is the time frame when you are normally thrown out of the house in some way or another. So you have to participate more in regular life. You have to interact with all sections of society. You have to interact with money in different ways. You have to interact with a lot of things in new ways or new things in the first place. Then you start realizing, holy shit, if I was fighting for, let's say, communism, when I was a young girl and I was studying in JNU, or I don't know, wherever, this propaganda is spread. But now when I'm, actually working hard and I'm earning my salary, but based on communism, then my money should be taken away and given to somebody else who's a lazy which overall leads to a less productive society and actually more imbalance. So then you start seeing the truth. And that is why even sexual strategies change over time. Like for me, my sexual strategy, if I had to have one today, would be to stay away from the hottest girls on the planet.
Why so? Because they are involved in all of these things.
No, it's just